Hey, Max here. The community is angry, okay? And I'm going to go through why, as I'm sure a lot of you have seen some of this. A lot of you know why people are angry at MUT. Very similar themes for quite some time now. But it does seem like the community, and today on Twitter was probably one of the wildest days of hate towards MUT I've ever seen in my life playing this, and there's been some pretty bad days. But I'm going to go through that, why this promo might have broken the camel's back, right? This Monday mix-up. I'm going to go through some perspectives I'm seeing. I was, a little angrier not too long ago, and I've calmed down a little bit. So I'm going to go through the community's perspective, then I'll go through mine and my thoughts on it more near the end about what people are saying. So Monday mix-up, background, right? This came out, another very expensive limited, this Pacheco, 1.5 million coins. And then we have Gilmore and Josh Allen. Allen's at like 800K, Gilmore's at like 855. So basically, and this promo I think is frustrating a lot of people because like why these things are called champions, on their load screen or anything. There are no sets for it in the game at all. So you really can't use the 88s that you pulled from packs and took a huge L on to really do anything. As you see, there's no Monday mix-up sets at all. And so, if Monday mix-up was there in a vacuum, I think people can look past it. We've looked past a lot in the community. The issue is this year, and the way they've done Madden Ultimate Team, is the fact that it's not just one. We also have there's no sets for the cover athletes either, but so it's also the cover athletes, right, at 93s. And I actually don't mind the cover athletes. It was just the cover athletes I don't think a lot of people would be very upset of either, because cover athletes have 92 overalls, which are Ws, right? They're cheaper versions of the cards that you can use, and they're pretty good. The issue is almost every single limited lately's come out and been absurdly priced, right? The pack odds are in the gutter. The pack odds are so in the gutter that people like Fritzy, whose main content is pack odd, really loves it, right? Like, it loves, gambling, because, guys like gambling, and gals. I don't know. I'm not a gal. I don't know. But guys enjoy it, right? We see it everywhere. NFL games, online advertisement stuff. Gambling's everywhere now. And, it's gotten so bad in Madden, and we've talked about this in preview videos, where if you open a pack, you're expected to lose about 70% of your value by opening that pack, and the only way that packs are sometimes valuable is through the pack re-roll, the mystery pack, and then being able to get some value out of it from the team diamond sets and that kind of thing. Okay, but overall, it's been very crazy with re-rolls and stuff. So people that have been doing re-rolls as content are giving up on it because that's not enjoyable. Whereas casinos are regulated by law, EA is not. And casinos have to give you a certain level of money back for every time. EA does not, and they've shown they have it. Now, the issue of this game has gotten very expensive. For somebody that's a big whale like Fritzy or competitive style, we obviously know the people that free to play this game are having a tough time overall affording some of these good cards and stuff. And I'm going to go through some of the perspectives on the competitive scene now before circling back to some others. VTech is one side of it. He says, I don't know why y'all mad about MUT now. EA doesn't care about y'all at all. Went to a mode, he's talking about competitive Madden, where whoever has the deepest pockets has advantage. Nobody could win life-changing money because the people who need it can't afford to compete, which is absolutely 100% true statement, okay? W, on the other hand, is somebody who can afford to compete with that and does buy packs, and he is saying basically, we're getting a lot of banger content. MUT costs too much. Some people are just gonna cry. Okay, so basically, W is saying, suck it, right? Because he has the advantage, right? He is able to spend it on packs where other people can't in MUT, and in the end, he's voting for himself because he is there to win money. And if he can afford something that you can't, he has an advantage. And he has a better chance of winning that money from EA. So it's a lot like with many other things in the competitive game and in Madden. You cannot listen to the comp community on a lot of things because, and essentially, they're selfish, right? Because that's money, right? People want their business to succeed, okay? But on the other hand, people like Dreeny, who's out here, why is every card 2 million coins? MUT's damn near unplayable, impossible to update with your team. He's spending all this money, and he's not the only one. People are spending hundreds of dollars. I've seen other comp players talk about it and not able to keep up with their team. And then, so the comp community has both those perspectives on it. Mills here, who is very in tune with EA. Every single dev that has left Tiburon, which is where EA is, Over the last few years, has nothing good to say about MUT and how it's limited to needing to hit certain profit numbers. It's not going to change. You aren't going to change it. So either stop paying, or stop playing. So ScoMo is putting together a big talk on it. I'll try and join that myself about like a MUT roundtable. He is inviting people from EA into it, so I'll be interested to see what happens there. But overall, like, this is just, a drop in the bucket of tweets about this subject, about how Madden has become ludicrous. Like, just crazy. Like, the lack of fun, right? Solo players have been hit. Pack openers have been hit. The people that enjoy the MUT menu grind outside of, like, people flipping on the auction house for investments. But a lot of that stuff, the menu grinders, have had a hard time. Even though Team Diamonds has been fairly good and enjoyable for a lot of people, it's been mostly awful this year. Basically, my thought is right. It's here because I know a lot of people have been saying, like, why do you need these cards, right? You're not going to go against Henry. But this game shouldn't be about competitive. MUT is terrible when it's competitive. This is a game, after all. Now, like, EA's got this golden goose, and they seem to kill it, right? Because we saw this with Madden Mobile. It was insane. It was hugely popular. 15-16 era. It was like I think in the top 5 mobile games in the world, and now look at it, almost nobody plays it. They've killed it. And the thing is, like, about Madden Mobile, they didn't really, like, kill it all in one day. They took slow slices out of it. And I think we see that here a lot with MUT. It's like the slow slices. Like, last year, cards were a little bit more expensive, right? They started getting up to $1 million, and we've seen, like, really expensive cards in the past. But, like, the problem with this game, and I said, like, the balance is the problem. The thing is, like, we've lost a lot of good things. I know a lot of people miss B&Ds and sets and stuff, but I actually don't mind the set thing this year. Like, but there's so many things that we lost. The trade block, for example, sliced out of this year's game. Whereas last year, you could, like, maybe get with squads with somebody, then if you pull a good card, you can send it over to them. Like, EA's banning people for trying to help out their friends on any sort of coins and stuff. That they hate farm accounts. I know a lot of people had multiple accounts to buy. Actually, multiple offers. Even CC said this on Twitter. Whereas, like, he had a farm account that's now no money spent, his alternate account, because he can no longer, buy a good deal and transfer it over to his main like he would in previous years. And so, like, EA's, like, taking away some of that depth of people wanting to play the game more from the game. And I think people are seeing that a little bit more and more. So they've taken that away, the trade block. They've made packs worse outside of the toppers, right? Because we had the pack strike last year because toppers were so bad. And then now the toppers are actually offering us fantasy champions, which is a nice change of pace. But, like, we've seen more bundles come out where there's no guaranteed topper there, too. So they're kind of still testing the waters back again the other way. So, like, it seems like Mike Mobile, like I said, slowly got worse and worse over the version a couple years, and now it's basically dead. All the content creators, or all the ones that I know, had to move on from it because there was nobody left playing it. And it feels like that seems to be the case with MUT right now. They have this golden goose, and I get it when Mills says, they need to make more money year over year, but they can easily make money in better ways. They can easily do these things like, making the game more fun, adding more depth, bringing in more people that way versus, tightening the screws. Like, so instead of doing the hard part about innovating and making the game fun, they're doing the easy part, making it more expensive, bringing out more on whales, making cards more expensive, so you have to buy more packs to get the coins to do that, right? So it's just frustrating, I think, for a lot of the community. That's why it's hit that, like, freaking groundswell today. It's crazy because, like, the people that get off of the opinions of why does some bad player need a good card is the worst, right? Like, just because you're not top 5 in the world like Henry doesn't mean you don't want to use top end cards. Maybe you got a theme team, and if your theme team's like the Eagles, say you're a Philadelphia fan, say that's your squad. Then you have how many limiteds? Like Nolan Smith was a few million coins if you wanted him. And these things stay expensive for a while. So, like, people are like, oh yeah, limiteds can keep their value for a while. Yeah, but if you can't afford it, what value is that to you? Like, this stuff is not good. The things, like, in a casual game mode like MUT, things that aren't good for the casuals are not good for the game. And, like, especially, like, some content creators are like, oh, this is good that we keep these cards high priced. Yeah, it's good for you because we spend all the time on the market, right? We can afford this. But it's not good for the game overall when people can't utilize their favorite cards. And here's the thing. These cards, yes, I sort of agree. They shouldn't be coming out 10,000 coins day one. But there does need to be a balance on releasing these cards and some of these limited times being so expensive. They need to come down. It cannot be 2 million, 3 million coins at times. 1.5 on day 1, 1.5 day 2, and then they never go down until later, until we get like a redux in like a month. That's just not good for people wanting to engage with the content when it comes out. Okay? So that's the biggest problem. The balance. The offline play is terrible in this game. Online, it's actually not bad as long as your seasons are working, right? Some people's seasons are broke. And that's the other thing is like, these are expensive. We're giving them so much money, yet things on fundamental senses are broke in this game. How frustrating is that? That slants still stop. And I know that's the gameplay team, not the MUT team. But like, I went through that video the other day of all the things broken in this. All the things that could be done that aren't. It's overall just mind-blowing. They keep getting more and more money. They keep raising the prices, but the service does not change. They bring in a catalog that nobody asked for that made Team Diamonds much more difficult and slow. Like, so it's just blowing my mind. Just blowing my mind at how bad this is. Like, it's all coming down to pack odds. And people are like, oh, these things are expensive because they're good. And that's not the case. We saw expensive cards in the past, like golden tickets. In Madden 20, remember when they came? They were like 8 million coins for that Bo Jackson, I remember when they launched. And then we all yelled at them, made rage videos, rage tweets. They upped the odds, and all of a sudden these cards are now 1 to 2 million. They need to up the odds in packs. They need to give us some better ways of acquiring these cards through enjoyable packs and not just money packs. Like, there is only so few packs in this game. When you look on the front page, for coins. Right? We have training packs that can give us some packs too. Like, so, like, overall, it's all just such a ripoff. And that's all I want to say about that. And that's my overall frustration. And like, we got to row together. We got to go against EA. Hopefully, ScoMo gets some people from EA. Maybe they talk. I don't know. They've been basically radio silence for years, and it's been frustrating. And that's all I got to say about that. I'll see you guys later.